thing to understand in the institution of education is that education is not neutral. In fact, it is ideological. I quote from Paulo Freire in the Pedagogy of the Oppressed. Education either functions as an instrument which is used to facilitate integration of the younger generation into the logic of the present system and bring about conformity, or it becomes the practice of freedom, the means by which men and women deal critically and creatively with reality and discover how to participate in the transformation of their world. End quote. Education had a number of functions in the Caribbean landscape. The following are. The list is not limited to these factors I have provided. 1. It was a means by which the working and poor people accessed upward social mobility. Beneficiaries of island scholarships and parents who encourage their children to get an education or be bright was critical in the nation building process throughout the region. 2. Education was ideological, and in many ways it was embedded with ethnocentric, androcentric and European worldviews that educated the colonized mind for the purpose of the colonizer rather than to liberate the minds of the people. Of course, we have made steps to correct this regionally with our own education standards. Examples like CXC, we have CAPE examinations for sixth form students, and also the establishment of the University of the West Indies. Third, we have denominational schools, schools that were considered to be prestige schools or good schools. These were the schools that were closely tied with religious institutions. This may be perceived as a social division where hierarchies among schools in some cases equated life chances and economic prospects for individuals. Fourth, education helped develop the intelligentsia in a society, a group of professionals and intellectuals who form an academic elite usually housed in the fortress of the university, who assist in growing the skills-based sector and policy advice. I now ask you, do you think broadening education has made the Caribbean societies more meritocratic, equal and fair? I'd love for you to think about that. Bob Marley once sang, "We refuse to be what you wanted us to be. We are what we are, and that's the way it's going to be." You can't educate us for an equal opportunity. Talking about my freedom, people freedom and liberty. We've been trodden on the winepress much too long. Rebel, rebel. The school system is in dire need of a revolutionary way of teaching students and appealing to multiple intelligences. Too many of us have been failed by the cage of the curriculum, and too many of us are incapable of developing competencies in English and maths, things that we need for our survival in today's world. We have made steps, but we still have a long way to go. I hope Caribbean Studies is a start.